It's a solo episode, y'all. I'm very excited. It's been a while since I did a solo episode. You feel what I'm saying? Now I finally get to talk my shit. You know what I mean? I get to say what I want to say. My executive producer, Cindy, is in the building, so I was going to get a little more messy, but now I'm going to tailor it back just a little bit because, you know, when I'm in the presence of a woman, you know what I mean? I got to, you know, Mark gets me in trouble a lot and vice versa. So, you know, we're not going to do that this episode. We're going to keep it tailored and very professional. Listen, we got a lot to talk about today. Football is back, gentlemen. Our favorite time of the year. If you don't like football as a man, this episode's probably not for you. We got stuff to talk about today. You know what I mean? DeAndre Ayton leaving women at the airport. You know what I mean? Turks and Caicos. You know what I mean? You never know. It's a lot of things I want to talk about. Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I got the perfect person in the building. Me and Mark going to discuss that just a little bit towards the end of the show. Y'all stay tuned. Cindy, you ready? Mark, you ready? All right, man, let's do this. Welcome back to the I-70 podcast. It is your boy, Jonathan Little, a.k.a. John. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, man, so you can tap into everything I got going on so you don't miss nothing. I got to give, acknowledgement and shout out to the venue that gives me the ability to do what I do, the Shop Cigar Lounge. Make sure if you passing through KC or you from KC, make sure you come over to the Shop Cigar Lounge, 407 North 6th Street over in Strawberry Hill. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of, the unofficial mayor over here now. You know what I'm saying, Mark? For the crackheads. You know what I'm saying? The people that's not forgot, that's forgot about. Everybody in Strawberry Hill, the downtrodden, hood recipients, they love me. You know, I'm for the people. I'm for the meth addicts, the crackheads, and the alcoholics, and the homeless people. That's what I'm for. You know, all you bougie people in Strawberry Hill, y'all can come fuck with me too, but I'm for the people. Mark, let's get right into it, baby. Y'all see how excited I am. Football season is back. You know, we had our first preseason game. Ladies, tap in with your man, baby. Try to figure out how to be a good, a good partner come football season. Mark, let me ask you a question, brother. Can you watch the Cowboys play with a young lady sitting next to you?
Like, are we dating?
Okay, so you always throw better questions in on my question. Yes, let's go dating first. Let's just go dating first. You dating can you watch your Cowboys play with a young woman that you dating?
Yeah, if we're dating, I can. Only because I don't need to entertain her. She knows this is my thing. Like, she knows what she signed up for.
Okay.
Yeah.
We there, Mark. See, ladies, see what I'm saying? You see what Mark said? If you know you're not a good, partner come football season, you probably leave them alone on Sundays. Because for me, Mark, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I cannot watch a football game. Excuse me. I can't watch the Colts play with a woman sitting next to me, bro, because it's just not going to work. Because I'm going to be going through it the entire game. Mark, you know how this shit is, bro. I'm standing up. Every third down, I stand up, bro. Every third down, I'm going to stand up. I'm getting emotional. You know, it's peaks and valleys when you're watching a man watch a football game. You know what I mean? It's a lot of just shit we going through, Mark. So if that's not your woman, you couldn't personally watch a football game with her because she don't understand you, correct?
Oh, for sure. Because, I mean, if we're not dating and this is like, say, like a second or third date, she's going to see a whole different side of me. She might get a little scared of what she's about to see.
See?
And then I'm not going to be able to sit there and entertain her because I'm too focused on something else.
You see what I mean?
Now, it'd be kind of different if I took her to the physical game. That's different. You can have a fun time even if you don't really care. Mm-hmm. But if we're at home and we're watching the game, hey, we can talk during half times and breaks, but otherwise we're focused on the game.
Listen, and look, and I feel bad for all the ladies out there who don't understand what I'm talking about. Ladies, it's not your man's fault. Every year, us men who enjoy football, the real men, we put ourselves through basically 20 weeks, basically. You know, it's 18 weeks of the season, but you get what I'm saying. Basically 20 weeks of just mental, just assault. You know, we putting our faith in a team that's probably not going to win the Super Bowl. Majority of us men out there rooting for our team isn't going to win. Okay, so ladies, you're going to have to sit by and watch us pray to that altar every Sunday. And then, Mark, if you're a true fan, you're going to be, animated and, uptight about your team, even if they trash. Take it from a Colts fan. Every year, Mark, we control our destiny to go to the playoffs. And we kick our own ass every single year. And as a woman, I don't want you to have to deal with that. Okay? It's not your fault that I'm upset. Now my mood fucked up for the whole Sunday, Mark. Yeah, ain't no going out. Ain't no kicking it. No, I don't. I just want to be alone. Week 1. If my team go down 0-1, week 1, Mark, listen, I'm through. And as a Colts fan, I got a right to. Mark, we ain't won a week one game in like 10 years, Brody.
Really?
10 years, bro. I've started out 0-1 with my franchise, and I love them dearly. You could never get me not to be a Colts fan. I'm going to tell you what, fuck your favorite team. You know what I'm saying? I got a Cowboys fan in the building. Fuck your favorite team. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the Colts this year. Mark, I'm putting money on it, baby. The Colts will be in the playoffs this year, baby. Yes, I'm doing it. Cindy, don't laugh, baby, because you know that I don't like that. You know what I mean? See, this is shit I'm talking about right here. Sitting in the back laughing and shit. You know what I mean? There's no shot at your franchise or nothing. I just feel like my franchise this year, baby, we going to the playoffs, bro. So let me calm down. Marky Mark, how are you feeling about your Cowboys, brother? You know what I mean? Y'all got a lot going on within your house. Jerry, I don't know what the hell you got going on. You always fucking shit up, Jerry. Listen, I love you as an owner, but goddamn, you be fucking shit up. Marky Mark, how do you feel about your Cowboys?
I'm pretty sure by the time this episode drops, obviously one of two things will happen.
Uh-huh.
Either we do give Micah Parsons one of the biggest contracts in like history at that position,
mm-hmm.
or he does walk. He does go to another team.
Yep.
Now, I like to say I'm hoping for that we pay him and we keep him because we traditionally do keep and pay our people.
Yeah.
Mind you, late, and it's a whole fuck storm the entire time, but we do pay them.
Yeah.
Like, because if you really weren't that important, you would have already been gone. I mean, we got rid of DeMarcus Lawrence like nothing, and he was very important. Yeah. But now we're like, if we really didn't need him, if he really wasn't worth it, then we'll just get rid of you.
Because that's one thing and that's what I'm saying about Jerry Jones. He, like you said, Brody, he usually pays his player. It may be a holdout. Some of y'all biggest, Emmitt Smith, held out. But eventually, Jerry Jones going to pay him. You know what I mean? Everybody, like, this is kind of what Jerry Jones does to stay in the headline.
I don't know if they get in a room together and go, hey, look, here's how we're going to create a media storm.
Yeah.
You're going to say some stuff. I'm going to say some stuff. But we already know what we are going to make a deal at the end of the day. Possibly. I don't know. I mean, the same thing happened with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett requested a trade. It was a big news article. They signed him. They gave him what he wanted. I'm pretty positive we're going to give him what we wanted. However, I will play devil's advocate.
I was going to do it for you, Mark. Yeah, let me go first. We know what he did his rookie season. Is Michael Parsons worth being the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history?
And this is coming from a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked you, baby. Yes, sir.
Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons are not the same.
They not, Brody. And I'm with you. I'm with you. Now, granted, Michael Parsons in what, year 3, 4?
5. Or
is he 5?
21, I think.
Shit. So he getting up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as, outside his rookie contract.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still in incredible shape. He's still an incredible playmaker. They're not the same. I mean, right now there's a lot of rumors going through camp that we got these new rookies that are looking just as good as he did his rookie season. So I'm not saying that on another team that Micah wouldn't absolutely destroy.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we can keep him, I'd love it. If not, we could get some pretty high valuable trades if he decides to go somewhere.
Oh, somebody gonna jump out there and get him. I want him to get paid because he is a damn good player. And this is the business. It's like with any market. It's like with real estate, anything. Once somebody sets the market in your neighborhood, that's what the market is. That's what comps are when it comes to real estate. I know your boy, dibbling down on real estate. No matter what your house is worth, Mark, if I'm on the block and I pay, an ungodly amount of money for a house that sits on your block, I've increased the price of all the houses in the neighborhood because everybody can come back and say, well, this house just sold for this. And if it's the same characteristics like a 3-2, you know what I mean? I've driven the market up, and all the big time players are getting paid. TJ Watt just got paid, former defensive player of the year. Myles Garrett just got paid, defensive player of the year. Who else? What are the DNs that got paid? Max Crosby from the Raiders got paid. I think that's it as far as big contracts.
Yeah, just them 4.
To your point though, I personally don't, and there's no knock on Michael Parsons because I want him to get paid, but I don't believe he should be the highest paid quarterback in NFL history because we saw your rookie year, but bros, there were injuries and things of that nature. I don't believe he should get that big of a contract to where he's breaking the bank, but I believe he should get paid. Now, on to my Colts. I know y'all wondering how I feel about my Colts. You understand what I'm saying? We got quarterback battle going on in camp, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones. Here's my position. I want us to let Anthony Richardson do what he do, bro. Like, if this is going to be the last year where we let him keep, the reins and be number one and be the number one quarterback and the, leader of the team, let him have a full season where we just see what he got. Because this will be year 3. We got Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones isn't a horrible quarterback, but at the same time, he's not going to push us over the hill. So I would rather see Anthony Richardson only 22, Mark. What's my guy name? Just number 1 overall pick went to the Titans. Cam Ward. He's 22 years old.
Yeah.
So Anthony Richardson is the same age as these quarterbacks that just came out of the draft. Has not played a lot of football. I just feel from how he's looking at camp and his ceiling. You got to remember, our GM was the GM in Kansas City that drafted Pat Mahomes. Yeah, you didn't know that, Mark. Yeah, I know you didn't know that, baby. Our GM, who was he's our GM now. He was the GM in Kansas City. He drafted Pat Mahomes. So he knows what he's doing. He know what he see. Okay, now, to play devil's advocate, Anthony Richardson is no Pat Mahomes. Okay, I can put that out there, Mark.
Can we get a list of all the people he picked prior before Mahomes?
Hey, look, we don't have to do that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Look, Mark, this is supposed to be a positive.
Turns out he has a bad streak and he just got that one.
Hey, but look, but you won't know it, to keep it real, he hasn't really had to draft a generational quarterback because since Andrew Luck, all we've done, bro, is picked up all the old heads. Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan.
Joe Flacco for a season.
Joe Flacco, Carson Wentz. We picked up all the motherfuckers who was already damn near over the hill. So he ain't really had to pick too many quarterbacks. And he drafts well, bro. He has, hold on now, Mark. He's drafted Jonathan Taylor, who's led this league in rushing before. He's drafted Quentin Nelson, who is arguably the best guard in football, has been since he came into the league. He drafted Darius Leonard, who was Defensive Rookie of the Year. So all in all, he does draft well. I just want to see what he got. Because in this league, if your quarterback can't run, but Daniel Jones can run, though. So that's kind of, Anyway, y'all, like I said before to start the show, my team, we're going to the playoffs this year. You know what I'm going to do, Mark? I don't gamble. Cindy, I don't gamble. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that bet. I know I could do it, Mark. I'm going to say that the Colts are going to the playoffs. I'm going to put me some money on it. And if it happens, I make some money and my team goes to the playoffs. If it don't happen, Mark, I'm used to the shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? See? Look at that. You know what I mean? I'm used to the shit anyway. It's been a while. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm a real fan, y'all. Let me get into my bag before we move on from football. Men, I'm not talking about the women because, ladies, y'all can do what y'all want to do when it comes to football. I know y'all just like to look cute, put on y'all, favorite jersey, whatever player y'all find attractive, y'all put his favorite, y'all put his jersey on, go to the game, all that type of stuff. For the men, though, it is your duty, Mark, to stand by your team even if they trash. You don't get to pick and choose, okay? As a man, we don't get that luxury. You pick your team and you stick with it, okay? There are teams who have had no success in me and Mark's lifetime. Got to stick with them, man. You know what I mean? Now, for you Chiefs fans, because I know y'all just sitting back, licking y'all wounds, just, knowing y'all going to go back to Super Bowl again. It was the time when y'all wasn't shit, man. Now, y'all, I know y'all good now, and I can't really say nothing to y'all. Yes, I can, Mark. For all you Chiefs fans, as a Colts fan, we always beat y'all in football. Yeah, Pat Mahomes has won one stinking game against my team. We beat the Chiefs when we play y'all. Now, we may not be shit, Mark. We might not be going to Super Bowls or even playoffs or even sniffing the playoffs. We beat the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? That was a shot at the Chiefs. I could do it while y'all down. You know what I mean? Because they fuck around and go back to the Super Bowl, and then I won't be able to say nothing. You know what I mean? I had to get that out there, Mark. What other NFL news am I missing, Mark, before we move on? Well, you got some in your head and I'm missing? I don't think so. We still don't know if Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns. I
mean, besides every other team having their own issues, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, every team. It's training camp, y'all. Everybody, want to get traded.
I don't even know who's doing the Hard Knocks this season. I don't even remember who's.
I don't know. I haven't seen it either.
I don't think it's anybody. I don't think it's anybody important, to be honest.
And then what's the wide receiver for the star wide receiver for the
Commanders?
For the Commanders, Terry McLaurin.
McLaurin, yeah.
I hope I said your last name right, brother, because I hate messing up people's names. He just requested a trade. He won't out. And
I think that one actually will. Someone will pick him up.
Somebody gonna take Michael Parsons too, because Michael Parsons might be. Because Mark, we would take him because we got the D line for him. We have Grover Stewart,
can you afford him?
And Buckner.
Can you afford him?
Yeah.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah. Because everybody is damn near under their rookie contracts with us. We're not paying nobody crazy money except for we just paid Jonathan Taylor. And we paid Quentin Nelson. Then we paid our O-line. And we might not have them. We got the money, Mark, but I don't think we gonna do it because y'all was on to fucking build through the draft and all this shit, bro. Go get us some fucking star players. Houston Texans doing it. I can't wait to play them motherfuckers, Mark. I'm so tired of their ass, bro. I'm tired of them getting all these good ass players. Now they got Josh Jacobs and fucking Joe Mixon on their damn in their backfield. Some bullshit. Goddamn, somebody come. I know Indy Cole, man. Come fuck with us, bro. Everybody wanna go all these other different places, man. But Basically, we'll take Michael Parsons. Anyway, Marky Mark, I'm going to need you on this topic, baby. Hulk Hogan. Okay. Now, there's been discrepancy in the news. I'm trying my new journalistic, approach to this whole podcast thing. I got to start tapping into some of these topics that I usually leave alone. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan recently passed away. We've been dealing with a lot of death in the celebrity community, if you will. He passed away, and then there was mixed emotions on both sides. There were individuals who, grew up watching wrestling just like I did, who was, affected by, his untimely death. You have individuals on the other side, Marky Mark, who mainly the black community that don't want nothing to do with him because, it came out, he said some very racist things about his daughter's boyfriend at the time, this, that, and the third. Here's my position, though, Marky Mark. Let me have the floor for a second, baby. For me, I was raised this way. If you don't have nothing good to say, just don't say it at all. Which is why when it comes to podcasting, y'all, maybe I'm leaving a lot on the table because there's certain things that I won't speak about because I don't have anything good to say. And that's just how I come up. That's how I was raised, especially when it comes to somebody dying. You know what I mean? I could have a personal opinion about you, but my opinion is, Mark, what good would it do for me to get online and bash you? Because imagine how his family's feeling. He was who he was, but imagine the people who had nothing to do with how he, from the things he said and how he moved, how they feeling to get online and somebody that then passed away, they see all these nasty things said. Now, at the same time, I don't fault people who aren't moved emotionally by his passing because they position it as well. He said all these things about my people, right? So I guess my position now that is a little bit of time has passed, maybe a week or so, I can say that's always been a topic for me that always has been tough because history is my favorite subject, y'all. So when I was in school, I would always read up on, some of these American greats, if you will, our forefathers and things of that nature. But I could never compartmentalize between the facts of, okay, he's great for American history, but as a black man, he owned slaves or he didn't like black folks or he was racist. I personally can't, be like, oh man, that's sad he passed away because it's like, well, when the motherfucker was living, he wouldn't have fucked with my kind no goddamn way. So that's my position. But Mark, you are great at playing devil advocate, brother. What are your thoughts on this whole situation in regards to Hulk Hogan and his untimely demise?
Like, I'm trying to think of how you're kind of wording that. Like, what did I remember?
Okay,
do
right.
I remember him fondly or do I remember him?
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. That's why I love Marky Mark. He always keep me on track. Make my questions clear. Yeah, that's why you need a good team, baby. Go ahead, Mark.
I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff like celebrities say. So I don't even know when he said this stuff about his daughter's boyfriend. Like at what point in his career that was. Clearly, it was all post wrestling
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, the only way that most of this generation even knows Hulk Hogan is through just old footage. And so,
hold on, brother. I was born in '94. Hulk Hogan was still in the ring when I started watching WWE. My nigga, so watch it.
So you remember him at 2?
I didn't say it too. I'm saying though, bro, I remember him being in the ring on these. He would come back. Hulk Hogan. He was still wrestling when I was coming up, boy. Fuck you. Don't get mad at me because you was a 2000s baby and you didn't get to see it.
Oh, I'm 98, man.
Oh, you 98? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Mark. I apologize for the inconvenience, my brother. But okay.
But even still, I didn't really get to see him wrestle much into the 2000s, anyways. Either
you missed it. Look, Mark. If you was 3 years older, you'd have seen Hulk Hogan in the ring. Is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Point still being, like, I don't have the same attachment as like our parents do to him. Like, sure. he was the man bigger than life itself back in the 80s. So for him to go and say something like at some point, I don't know. I have a weird feeling about it. I mean, like, I'm not black, so I can't really say whether or not that affects me the same way. Real. I mean, also, I'm someone who doesn't really care too much. So, like, if he were to say something about Mexicans, I mean, he probably has said something about Mexicans. He was full into Trump's campaign too.
Yeah.
Not that I care about that either, but I was like, he's probably said some fucked up shit. But who the fuck hasn't?
So now, right? Okay, so to that point though, Mark,
if he just got caught.
Yeah. My point, I guess what I'm getting at is, for me, even if I don't like a person, Mark, or the things they said when they pass away, bro, I would never be the type, me personally, to talk crazy about them because, bro, they gone. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's like they no longer. So why am I finna sit here and type up a whole fucking tweet or Facebook post, whatever, about this person when they gone. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking about they peoples. I'm not thinking about the actual person. Because like I said before, y'all, my position is history has always been my favorite subject. If you go in my chat GBT, Mark, it's all like history questions. Like, it's just all shit about, history, because that's just my thing. But I can say when I was in social studies in school, when I would be reading up on George Washington and all these, forefathers, I would always be like, but should I like them? Because I mean, if I was alive the same time them motherfuckers was alive, I'd fuck around and been on their goddamn plantation, but John would have set it off, Mark. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, I hate to be that person. If I was on the plantation, I'd have set it off, bro. Like, I'd have started a whole revolt. But y'all know me, I solo thug. I'd have did it by myself. Excuse me, I would have did it by myself. I got a whole plan, Marky Mark. I'd have waited till he brought his ass out there, you know what I'm saying, to go on the shack with one of the, because, them white slave owners, they was out there in the shed with our women. Yeah, they knew. Yeah, absolutely. So.
What is your name?
You get what I'm saying? You remember on Django, you know what I mean? How, when they pulled up on old boy, he had all his, he had all the black women just sitting out front and they, they big ass dresses and all things. Patina Sugar, you know what I'm talking about, Mark. I'd have waited till one of them moments were presenting itself and got it cracking. I'd have jumped it off. You know what I mean? I could never, when I time travel, that's where I'm going. Cindy, look, I'm going back to them days. I'm going back to the civil rights marches. You feel what I'm saying? When they was hitting us with the water hose and shit, Mark, I'm going back setting it off. Oh, yeah. They ain't never seen niggas like me before. You feel what I'm saying? Back then, there was black folks. Mark, they ain't never met a nigga before, baby. You know what I'm saying? Bred and born in America, 1990s, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Sorry, yeah, I was getting a little out of character. You know what I mean? Getting, get beside myself. You know what I mean? But all in all, though, y'all, you would never catch me really talking about somebody who's passed away just because I just wasn't raised like that, bro. Like, I just feel like once a person's passed, they are where they are no matter what you believe in. And that's the end of it, you know what I mean? Because, they not going to see all the shit y'all say in any motherfucking way. Like, what's the point in, you know what I mean? What's the point in... But... like I said before, I do believe at times, sometimes that's what's holding me back with podcasting. It's just, I don't have that give a fuck that other podcasts have, right? But I can't knock them because, we all bootleg. I like to say I'm a bootleg journalist, Mark. You feel what I'm saying? I could give kudos to the individuals who go to school, who actually, have a degree in journalism and, who've done that. But I feel like podcasting is the new journalism. Like, I feel like we are the ones who are reporting on certain issues. We are bringing up certain topics that our fans and subscribers like and are intrigued by. The news is kind of behind us, if you will. You know what I mean? We don't, us as a generation, us 90s babies and 2000s babies, we don't watch the news for our information like our parents or grandparents do. If you go to my mama and daddy house, they still had the news on. I couldn't tell you the last time I turned the news on to get hip on a topic. I'm going to go to my favorite podcast or my favorite person online to figure out what's popping, then go do my own research. And I will say, in this stage of social media that we in, I do feel like people still need to go do their own research on any topic, because even me, I may not give you the full context of a situation and you may miss something. So I implore everybody to still go do your information. Don't let ChatGPT be the only thing that's telling you stuff. Go, dig a little deeper. I'm old school. I still like to read articles and, different things from different publications and all that. And also, I always go look up and read up on things from individuals who don't agree with me. You know what I mean? I'm not a yes man, so I don't necessarily always want to hear about the individuals who agree with me. I want to hear what the people who disagree with me say, because in a sense, I may learn something. I may learn a topic or, a talking point that I wasn't hip on. I can, add that to my own. So no matter what your niche is, but this ICP podcast, I don't really have one, but whatever your niche is, whatever you are passionate and talking about, I implore you to also listen to the other side or the opposing argument, because social media get dangerous that way. Like, and I got this topic in my notes and I do want to touch on it. I'm still, as crazy as it may sound, y'all, I'm still getting used to what social media is, because yes, our generation, y'all, the 90s babies and 2000 babies, we ushered in this whole social media thing. But I do believe there's a shift going on, because you can't, okay, social media isn't real to me. This is my personal opinion. It isn't real to me. I believe to thrive on social media, yeah, be yourself, but you kind of have to create a character, if you will. No different than an actor, no different than an entertainer. You must create a character within your own morals, within your own principles to become. Because if you give your authentic self to podcasting or to social media or the internet, one, I believe you're setting yourself up for failure because you're allowing these vultures that are online to really know who you truly are and get to poke at you and get to bring up real topics. I'm a very private person, y'all, and I've had to accept the fact that I have to become a little more public with this thing because I'm a private person operating in a public space. So I have to become a little bit more vulnerable, if you will, to, letting people in on who I am and what I'm about. But that's where the character comes in. I was reading Will Smith's book, Mark. Phenomenal book, his biography. And he was talking about the day he created the character of Will Smith, and he never broke character after that. So that, I just was kind of inspired by that because it's like, oh, that's how he deals with being this mega icon that he is. Mark, how you feel about that, baby? Because you're in the acting world, you are an actor. Do you feel like when it comes time for you to get your big role, that you will have to create a character rather than give your authentic self to the world? I know it's a loaded question, yeah.
No, I get it because I do that now already intentionally because, like, I'm a private person. I'm not really one to, like, go out and about. Like, if I'm out, I'm not one to just walk up to another person and just have a conversation.
Yeah.
But when I'm there on sets, I have to be friendly. I have to be talkative. I have to try and make something for them to remember me.
Yep.
So I play that for sure. I mean, I haven't found that, like, character yet like Will Smith has.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can play a character my whole life.
It's a flip side to that too, because I do feel like a lot of celebrities, Mark, get lost because they create their character and they forget who they truly are. No different than like a Kanye or something.
I was about to say Kanye.
You know what I'm saying? That's a prime example because if you watch the documentaries of Kanye before he made it, he was just that regular Joe Schmo. But man, anytime you getting up there to $1 billion, 900 million, 800 million, to deal with Hollywood, to deal with the entertainment business, I'm so glad I read that line in Will Smith's book because it kind of helped me. I always say, my name is Jonathan Little, but I introduce myself as John John because in a sense, it's helping me deal with this space that I'm in, being in entertainment and the character, Mark, is this. How I look at it, John John is going to be a get money, in shape, funny motherfucker. You know what I mean? Jonathan is going to forever be, the private individual that don't really like people. Yeah, I know y'all see my vibe and y'all see how I interact with individuals. I truly don't like people. I'm a homebody. I like to stay at the crib. But Mark, like you said, bro, when I'm out in public, it's like a switch come on. Because I am the person who will speak to a random person. I am the person who will ingratiate myself with a random individual, stranger that I don't know. But in private, Mark, at my home, oh, go to hell. I don't want to end. Don't come over. Don't come see me. Don't pop up. Don't do none of that. You know what I mean? When I'm by myself. So John John for me is the character that I've had to create. Because entertainment for me, Mark, I don't know how other people see it or why other people want it or what their why is. For me, I've always been intrigued by the love that celebrities get. The love that athletes get. When an athlete walks out of an arena, or if an athlete walks into a restaurant or the mall and little kids go crazy, that's what I want. I don't want the IG models, and that's not what I'm out there for. The love that they get, the fact that I could walk into a restaurant and a little kid see me and his weekend is made. Fuck his day, his weekend. A little girl, little boy, their weekend is made. I see an old woman who's like, hey, can I take a picture with you? My grandson loves you. Like, those are the moments that I'm chasing. That's what I'm after. Like, that I can affect people in that manner, not all the materialistic things. And I think that's why I'm glad I didn't get famous nor rich at a young age, because when you're young...
Those are the worst.
See what I mean?
Those kids are terrible.
I mean, we was talking about it before the camera started rolling, Mark. Am I lying? When Mark was setting up the podcast, shout out my brother Mark, you know what I mean? He curated the whole set today. Eastside, we know you out there in Palm Springs bullshitting, goddamn, you got your toes all in the sand, get manicures and shit like that. Anyway, that's what it is for me. Like, when you watch our favorite celebrities, we was talking about Disney Channel and like Nickelodeon stars before the camera started rolling. And I feel for those individuals, man, because some of those individuals are some of the most messed up individuals ever because they was 13, 15 with millions of dollars, fame, and, and they got taken advantage of, whether it be physically, financially, all those things. And I feel for them. And I thank God that I didn't get that celebrity or that fame quick. All these young men and, these athletes who get NIL deals, Mark, you couldn't have gave me $1 million at 18 years old, bro. I'm just keeping it real. 19, 20, 21 with $1 million? I'm blowing that. Listen, there's no financial literacy going on if you would have gave me $1 million as a 21-year-old. Mark, I'm going on trips. I'm buying Hellcats. I'm spending money on women. I done fucked all that money off. You know what I mean? All of it. That's why I think them young men should, get financial advisors, but that's a topic for another day. Back to what I was saying, y'all, what I'm chasing is something different. Like, and I'm not a political person. Y'all know I don't fuck with Democrats or Republicans. I hate politics. But I remember vividly, Mark, when Obama was in office, Brody, he used to do these like random pop-ups at like these coffee shops and like Five Guys. Those videos like would make would give me chills because it's like, bro, this man is walking into the room and the whole restaurant is going crazy. Everybody taking pictures and, hey, you inspire me to do this. That's what I'm chasing. I fuck the money because the money gonna come. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I want to be able to garner enough celebrity, bro, to where I can walk into a random burger joint and some little kid day has been made. He was sad, but he see me and his whole day was just made. So that, Mark, that's what I'm after, Brody. Like, and that's my why. And everybody else got their own why, but that's my why. I want to garner enough attention, fame, celebrity, money so I can do things for people, bro. Like, really, bro. Like, I want to be, the Bumpy Johnson of the ghetto, bro. I truly, Mark, want to pull up to the hood one day, bro, in a ice cream truck and give out free ice cream in the ghetto, bro. Like, because I come from that world. I know what shit like that do. I know what it's like to not have nothing. And somebody come through and bless you with some shit. Pull up in the hood on Thanksgiving, Mark, and give out free turkeys. Like that's how you make people day that's forgotten about, underprivileged, and all of that. Because, rich folks, they don't want for nothing. They just want a picture with you to show their colleagues, hey, see how you see what I got going on. So if you ever wondered what's John John's why, it's truly that. You know what I mean? Like, I want to come back into the hood and give free bikes away, y'all. Give free haircuts. Like, I just want to make everybody feel good without no death. You understand what I'm saying, Mark? Because unfortunately, too many times, though, we throw these events in the hood. There's a shooting and now the event shut down. I'm in my bag now, Mark. I want to have a day where I'd have this big ass picnic for the ghetto and no death happened in the city, Mark. You get what I'm saying? And I know that's a big ask in cities like a St. Louis and a Kansas City and, all these different places where the crime rate is high. I want to be able to come into the hood, throw an event, and on that day, nobody died that day. So then we can turn around and tell the politicians or tell the people who are in power, hey, we can do this shit without y'all help. We don't need no fucking subsidized programs and all that bullshit. We just need to get our own shit together. And, that's a big thing. When you can say you went to a metropolitan city with a high crime rate and say, hey, on this day, we kicked it and nobody, there was no murders committed. Hey, man, that's a big damn deal. And I'm only saying that, y'all, because I come from that world. I went to school in the suburbs, but y'all know if y'all been, part of the I-70 family, y'all know the environment that I come from. I come from an environment where death is forever present. You know what I mean? It's always there. Like those songs, like Tupac say, death around the corner. Death was always forever present. So I know the magnitude of having a city, like I said, like a St. Louis, a Memphis, Atlanta, Chicago, where we can say, hey, on this day, we was peaceful, and we just add on to that. So that's my dream, Mark. And I'll let you in on some shit. My personal life, Mark. I truly want that philanthropy shit. I'm all for that, bro. For sure. What you got, Mark?
It's a tough situation for sure. Only because, like, the high you want to get is, unfortunately, there's, like, no solid in between. Because if you're of the celebrity status where you walk in and you're instantly recognized, you will lose, like, all your peace. because you can't go anywhere without being bombarded. On the other hand, if you are the other part of that status is like you're like wealthy. Like there's a difference between people who are wealthy for being known and then wealthy just because they make the right moves.
And most of those people you talking about, we don't really know. Them billionaires, we don't really know them.
You don't. The most millionaires that you see, you don't even realize.
You don't even recognize them.
Exactly.
Yep.
But for that one where you're saying, "Oh, I want to make it look as it won't be as simple as that." Like, yeah, you made his day.
Yeah.
But everybody else kind of ruining yours because
facts.
Obama had to literally like, "Hey, can we have the restaurant to ourselves?"
Yeah.
He literally. Ironically, he was kicking people out.
Yeah. And see, that's why I love my dog Mark. See, and that's real. That's the flip side to it. But my response to that is this, Mark. I just want that window of fame. As we all know,
I'm trying to think of an excellent, like a good representation of someone who is like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like I want to come for like 5 years, be super famous, and then disappear. You know what I mean? Like I don't want the fame to be forever. But it's like I do want to get to that point where my face alone makes a difference.
I can give you an example, actually, because there's one time, like years ago, when we were at Disney World.
Okay.
My family was there. We were doing something. My dad was off to the side. He's just hanging out, waiting for us to be finished. He's sitting there, and he sees this dude sitting, like, not too far from him, and he's, like, looking at him for a long time. He goes, I think I know this dude. He goes over to him. He goes, excuse me, are you so-and-so?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I am. Turns out he was a basketball player for the Knicks some years ago, right?
See what I mean?
And my dad, being a huge Knicks fan, was like, oh, my God, man.
You know, my mama's a Knicks fan, bro.
Yeah, right. I remember that. And he goes like, oh, my God, like, I'd kind of love to just talk to you real quick in an autograph, right?
Yeah.
Well, once he made that connection and other people around him started realizing, it brought this little community of, like, other people. Like, oh, can I get a picture, too?
And
like,
you can't take a picture with everybody.
Yeah. Like, he was probably there just with his family, too.
Yeah.
And then, like, accidentally, my dad just kind of ruined his whole day.
Look, he onked and blew the whole spot up. Now everybody know who he is. No, and now, I'm glad you said that, though, Mark, because that is something I'm going to struggle with because I always say, this is how I know I'm not where I need to be. My haters are still in the shadows, Cindy. Okay, that's how I know I'm not popping just yet. My haters ain't came out into the forefront, but I know y'all waiting. I know y'all waiting, itching, you know, because when you're not famous enough, your haters can't say much because they hating ass comments gonna be seen. At this point, we don't get a lot of comments just yet. We don't get a lot of, you know, like I got one reel that got 3,000 comments, but majority of our comments is a short amount. So they don't feel comfortable enough to put the hating shit in there. But that one Mark that got 3,000 comments, oh, it's majority hate, bro. Like, it's majority, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Shut up. You don't need to give everybody microphones. Like, I know I'm not where I need to be because the haters ain't came out just yet. You know what I mean? So, to your point, though, Mark, your piece is going to be disrupted. And I told you I'm a very private person. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not ready for that just yet. So, that's what I'm saying, Mark. I need to, because for me, what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to get rich, Mark. I've always wanted a ranch-style mansion, bro. Right? But I want my shit to sit on some acres, though. Because I'm going to block off the world, bro. I need me a remote ranch-style mansion on some acres where I can block the whole world off. Mark, I got it all planned out, baby. I'm gonna plant trees in the front where my driveway at, so you can't see my shit from the street. Okay? The only way I be seeing them type of houses, you know, I live in Johnson County, y'all know I live right with rich people. It's places, Mark, where they got trees planted all in the front to where you can only see their driveway, but you can't see their house from the street. That's point number one. Okay? Mark, I'm going to have big ass dogs in my vicinity, brother. Oh, I got it all planned out. I'm going to have a cane corso. Okay? I'm going to have a Alibaba. You look that shit up. It's Turkish. You know what I'm saying? Big ass dogs. A Kangal. Okay? A pit bull. Y'all know I'm a pit bull guy. I love pit bulls. I'm going to just have a bunch of ass, mean ass dogs on my land, unleashed. But I'm going to have a horse, Mark. I'm going to have some chickens, and I'm going to have me some goats. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm rocking, man. That's how John going to float off into the sunset, man. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be famous forever, Cindy. I just want my little window, my little pocket. You feel what I'm saying? And then I can be good. You know, I think the problem, Mark, is when you try to stay famous your whole life. I just want to get enough money to where I can buy what I want, get what I want, spend money on who I want to spend it on. And I'm going to disappear, bro, into the wind, bro. I don't need all that, bro. Listen, I don't need all that. I need my little 5-year window, Mark. That's all I need, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get on movies, y'all, so I could be in sets, you know what I mean? So I could be on these. I'm going to have Mark help me out with that, man. But I believe, I don't really trust Mark. I believe Mark is going to leave me when he get his big role. He's not going to tell them I'm his manager, and so I can get my little 3%. So, Marky Mark, I know that's what you're going to do, bro. I know that's what you're going to do now.
I'll get you an Alibaba. That's
what you mean? No, damn Alibaba, I know. Let me get on the set with you. I just want to be an extra, y'all. Listen, I just want to be the extra gang member. On the scenes, y'all, in the movies where they got the crew, but it's the main actor, he really doing all the talking, and the dudes behind him just behind him looking tough. That's me, bro. That's all I want to be. I just want to be behind the main character and be memorable. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, y'all. They don't want to let me in the acting world. Maybe I got to go get some acting classes. You know what I'm saying? Because, Mark, in your opinion, you don't feel like people could just come off the street and be good at acting.
Some can. Some can. Okay. I mean, not everybody can, but
right.
I like to think at least half could do it. I'm not saying everybody's a star.
Right.
But at least half the people can do it.
Now, but I do feel like with acting, though, no matter how good you are naturally, I do feel like you have to take some type of acting classes.
You do.
Because for me, I think I could just turn the camera on, I'll be good at acting. Obviously, that's not the case. So I think you got to take some initiative, unless you're a celebrity and you're just going to be in a movie for your celebrity. Because I don't think The Rock took fucking acting classes when he started doing movies and shit. He was The Rock, so.
I mean, I wouldn't call it acting classes, but the WWE, you have to learn how to perform. You have to learn how to be a character.
True. This is true. But that's different than acting, though.
It is. I mean...
Because I can come out there and fake...
well, it depends on how you look at it. Because if you can capture the viewer's, focus, then you're kind of doing your job.
Yeah.
Like, if you're meant to be a certain character, if they're not paying attention because you're not interesting, then, yeah, maybe not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of a good example besides, like, The Rock. I mean, like, one of his best acting, I think the best he's ever acted was in Pain and Gain. Like, he actually acted.
You feel like that's his best role? Let's do that. Okay.
He actually acted. He wasn't just The Rock. He was still a big guy and it's to fill into the scene, but he was not just The Rock. Like, he was totally different in that. Like, he was actually playing a character. Everything else they have to fit into position for The Rock. He's either ex-military, special forces, something.
Some superhero.
Something. He has to be he's physically trapped in a position where he can only be a certain kind of thing.
I mean, but fucking look how swole The Rock is. We're not gonna believe you're the fucking accountant in the movie. We walk into the bank and your ass behind the damn counter. Who's gonna believe that? Yeah, damn it.
He's getting ready to play some MMA fighter. I can't remember who.
Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
You don't even recognize him. I saw the trailer for this. I cannot think of the movie.
He got skinny?
No.
Oh, boy.
The prosthetics. I mean, it looks like he's playing like a white guy.
Okay.
Or something, but he's got like these prosthetics on. And the first time I watched the trailer, I was like, who is this dude? Then they said Dwayne Johnson. I was like, that was The Rock? It's like, I couldn't even tell.
Hey, man. Hey, The Rock, you better not be on your Sammy Sosa shit. Sammy Sosa damn near light skinned. He white now. You know what I mean? I was just watching a documentary on him and Mark McGrath the other day, man. Hey, Rock, you better not be trying to bleach on us, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're Simone and Black. Huh?
Beyonce got light.
Hey, but hold on. That's just the whole, see, Mark, what you not going to do, brother, you not going to discuss Beyonce in a negative light on this podcast. You feel? One, for a few reasons. One, she's a legend. She's an icon. In our community, she held up there with presidential candidates. Two, we ain't popping enough for the barbers to come at us, bro. Relax, Mark. Damn, let us get a little bit more flow before you get to saying shit. She just, listen, as black folks, let me tell you how we do it, Mark. In the summertime, okay? To keep from getting that dark coat, that dark complexion that we get, you get it too. You Latinos, y'all get dark. You chill up in the crib with no lights on. You understand what I'm saying? You keep the lights low, nothing but natural lighting, and you don't spend too much time in the sun. You know what I mean? Look at your boy. I'm still looking, you know what I mean? Caramel. I ain't get dark this summer because I be in the crib. You know what I mean? I be inside. And then the job I work at, Mark, okay, we in the elements, but we inside. It's the dumbest shit ever, y'all. I work at a plant now. We inside, but they got all these big ass garage doors and it's open. So I'm inside, but I'm hot as hell. You know what I mean? This shit is crazy. On to the plant. This not in my notes. I will say this though. When you start a new job, Mark, I believe when you start your new job, you should always be paired with the old person that's been there for the longest amount of time. And let me explain why. When you start a new job and they put you down with the person who's been there 6 months, a year, they give you all the good shit about the job. All the Google guys, oh man, I love this job. I just got a raise, da-da-da-da-da. No, you go chill with the old motherfucker who been there 10, 15, 20 years because they gonna tell you the real about the job. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna tell you, man, this job ain't shit. You know what I mean? Get out while you can. They gonna tell you the new manager, like the manager in charge, oh, I've been here longer than his ass. I was here when his daddy was here. You know, they do that in these plants, Mark. It's changed my whole perspective, y'all. Y'all know what happened to John. You know what I'm saying? I was working corporate America, got laid off, figured that's how this corporate shit work. Hey, man, if you ain't securing your job, man, they'll let your dumb ass go. So then going from a plant, all, cookies and cream, wearing a college shirt and all that shit to work, to go working at a plant, it was a hell of a, transition, Mark. A hell of a transition because I'm working with men who don't like to go home, Mark. Oh, yeah, that's what I said, ladies. Some of y'all are married to men who don't want to come home. You feel what I'm saying? These dudes at my job, Mark, they always pick up overtime. Every day, they stay into the latest hour on hour. They picking up the Saturday shift voluntarily. I mean, some of y'all ladies need to watch that, man. You think your man just being a good man, he going to work, you feel what I'm saying? Clocking all these hours, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week. No, he don't want to be around your ass, goddamn it. That's what it is. That's right. He brought his ass home. He sat in the driveway for 20 minutes, Mark. And then when he did come in the house, he went in the bathroom for another 30. Hey, Mark, how long do you spend in the bathroom on average as men? You know what I mean? Because I need to make sure ain't nothing wrong with me. I know we all spend time in there. How much time are you spending in the bathroom by yourself?
Like on a daily basis?
You know what I mean? When you go, we, as men, we go take that one. It may not be the morning shit, but it's that one during the day where it's a grown man shit. How long are you spending in the bathroom on your grown man shits, brother?
Man, we got Cindy right here.
See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'll do it because
I'll do it.
No, right, because you're right, Mark. I'll put you in too many, fucked up situations. I'm sorry, brother. Let me do it. I got it.
I'll go after.
I feel for me, I don't really have a time limit, Mark. But when my feet start to fall asleep, I know when it's time to get up. That's a fair enough answer, Sydney. When my toes get to tingling, my legs, start falling asleep, I'm gonna get up. You know what I mean? So that gotta be. How long do it take for your feet to fall asleep on the toilet? Somebody chat GPT this shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, when my shit start to tingle, that's when I get up. You know what I mean? You using wet wipes, ain't you?
Not all the time.
See, this is why Esai and Mark get on my damn nerves, okay? They don't let me be the big brother that I try to be to them. You feel what I'm saying? I try to get them game. They don't take heed to my warning. I done lived a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? Just a minute amount of time longer. So I got a little bit more experience, and I've been telling these two gentlemen for the longest. Gentlemen, okay, Mark, I'm going to leave you out of this. Men. Get you some wet wipes, okay? Look, your girlfriend don't want to tell you, brother. You ain't catching everything with the toilet paper, brother. Sorry, Sydney, I hate that you here to hear this, but this is man advice that ladies need to hear this shit too. Go get some wet wipes. If your man don't want to go buy no wet wipes, ladies, y'all go get them some dudes. That's what I get, Mark. I get the dudes. I will say this, though. They only offer like the extra large size wipes, and I really don't know why they got these big-ass wipes because most of the wipe ain't going to get used. But fellas, go get you some wet wipes, man. Don't be afraid to be clean, brother. That's what I'm saying. As men, we skip out on a lot. Nails be dirty. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of us ain't taking care of the things that push you over the hill. You know what I mean? Listen, Mark, I watch the Animal Planet, right? Discovery Channel, all that type of shit. You go on YouTube, Planet Earth. That's my shit, Sandy. I love me some Planet Earth. If you watch animals in the wild, right? When they're courting a female species, okay, a female organism in their species. Yeah, I'm going real, Animal Planet. I used to want to be a zoologist back in the day. When they courting them, Mark, they get everything set up perfectly. They make sure their feathers is good, if it's a bird. They make sure they area is good, so so the female can come on and examine shit. And they are in competition with all the other men of the species. She's getting courted by everybody. I tap into my mammal instincts. I got to be on point, Mark. Mark, you're an attractive guy. I'm a funny motherfucker. Y'all know I'm medium ugly on the low. I get my wins by, making women laugh and giggle. Got half the job done. What I'm saying is this. I got to be on point, brother. I got to make sure everything is everything for me to win. You know what I'm saying? How am I going to make sure that I'm the hierarchy in this whole man pot for these ladies if I'm not on point, Mark? Get you some motherfucking wet wipes, man. You know what I mean? If you want to in your area, or you don't want to be in a group. See, Mark, a lot of men don't worry about being in that group chat. Me, I'm always concerned about being in that group chat. I would never let a woman put me in a negative light inside that group chat because that group chat with her friends, fellas, you looking for men in her phone, go to that goddamn group chat. Oh, man. You hit that group chat, men, you gonna find out everything you need to know. You feel what I'm saying? Because a homegirl done already spilled the beans. Are you still fucking with him? Yes, I'm just... Go to the group chat. Mark, are you checking phones? No, don't answer that. Men, don't check phones. Be like, John, keep it pimping. Just don't check her phone, man. Because, look, you're going to see some shit you don't want to see. Every woman got a million dudes in her DM right now that she not responding to. Cindy, just shake your head. No, matter of fact, don't do that, goddamn, because I don't want you to get in trouble. I get everybody in trouble on the podcast, y'all, because I'm free. I'm single. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got nobody, you know, that I got to answer to so I can say shit. So I tend to get people in trouble. I'm sorry, Cindy, baby, for even putting you in that position. Don't do it, fellas. Don't go through no phones, man. Don't do it, man, because you're going to see what you don't want to see. Yes, it's going to be a very attractive man who works out in your woman's DM trying to get her to go out. It just is what it is, baby. And I'm going to tell you, men, something with beautiful women. Mark, you've heard me say this before. If you don't like men talking to your woman, go get you a bitch fresh off Monkey Mountain. Go get you an ugly female, because if you're with an attractive woman, there are men trying to get at your lady, man. If you don't like competition, Mark, you got to get your ass out the game, bro. Because you got men out here like me that's lurking. I'm getting myself together. You know what I'm saying? But, number one rule for John, I would never mess with a married woman. Never. I've never done that before. I would never, ever, ever in my life mess with a married woman. Because, one, I believe in karma. And the facts are, like, when two people get married, like, I know, y'all, I'm single, right? A lot of women think I'm just, you know, the biggest whore this side of the Mississippi. That's not true. I believe in love and matrimony. I'm finna go to like 4 weddings next year. All my homeboys getting married, Mark. Everybody getting married. I truly believe in love. I truly believe in marriage. So I would never let a woman coerce me into fucking up her union. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because the facts are, baby, you married. You went down the aisle with that man. You jumped the broom, or whatever your religious belief is. You took that vow before God to be with that man through sickness, through, you know, all of that. I'm not going to be the one to aid you in fucking that up. You can fuck your own shit up. Number 2, Mark, that's that man's wife, brother. I would hate to be caught in a room with a man walking in and you in there with his wife, because everything he want to do to her, he going to do to you. Oh, man. You know what I mean? Like, and if I could be honest, you know, I had a situation like that as I was younger. I won't say who it was. A big cousin of mine got caught with a married woman, and the man damn near beat him half to death, Mark. Oh, pistol whipped my cousin, damn near beat him half to death because he caught my cousin in there with his wife. Like, I would never mess with a married woman. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it ain't, it's so many women in the world. I don't have to do that. And for you motherfuckers, men and women, for you motherfuckers that are married, just get a divorce, bro. Like, if you gonna do all that, because like, it's deeper than, don't cheat. Let me put that out there for the world. Don't cheat. If you gonna cheat, just break up. You know what I mean? Because it just ain't worth it, bro. Because you playing with somebody's life. You know what I mean? When you do that, it's always gonna hurt when you leave or move on or grow apart and all that. Just don't cheat, bro, because it makes the whole situation worse. Man, how the fuck I turned into a goddamn philosopher, Mark? Where did I go? See, that's what these solo episodes give me, bro. I turned into a philosopher. I just get to talking shit. Mark, how we looking, baby? How we looking on time, bro?
53,
goddamn it. Let's get on a topic, Mark, that you can get into. Shannon Sharp. Then got fired from NSPN. Mark, how you feel about that before I go? How you feel about Shannon Sharp getting fired from ESPN?
I mean, that sucks. I mean, he fumbled, you know, a lucrative career over a 22-year-old.
Oh, go ahead, Mark. I'll go when you. Okay, I'm gonna go in once you.
I mean, Cat Williams said it himself in their interview. He's like, "These young white girls gonna fuck you up, Shannon."
Listen, let me say this, and this is not a personal attack on Unc. You know what I mean? This is just my personal opinion. I get it, bro, but then I don't get it, because for me, I'm 30 years old, Mark. I won't deal with a woman that's like, if you under 23, I won't even pay attention to you. And I don't even talk to women that's 23, but I'm just saying, if I see that you're under the age of 23, I won't even pay attention to you, because it's like, I'm cool. So I don't think old men who mess with younger girls are weird, but I do always look at you like, bro, you 50 something. Why are you, if it's just about some sex, okay, that's cool, whatever. But why are you dealing with a female that young, bro? Like, at your age, bro, it's like, but like I said before, I get it, because rich men do different things. That's what I call rich problems, Mark. Because I get it. If I got enough money to pay you to get what I want out of you and then send you on your way, I get that. But this is the situations you run into. You know what I mean? You run into these situations. So, like you said, it's unfortunate he got fired. But luckily for him, he got his own platform. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, he ain't completely lose it all. You got 2 platforms with both got 1 million subscribers each. With them 2 podcasts combined, I'm probably sure he getting more money from those 2 than what he was getting from ESPN, I would assume. You feel what I mean?
Are you talking about besides his podcast, do you mean the one he does with Ocho Cinco?
Yep. So you got Club Shay Shay, who has over 1 million subscribers, and you have the Nightcappers podcast that's over 1 million subscribers. You know what I mean? So, you know,
he's still talking sports. So
yeah. I just feel like
he just got $50 million less.
And and y'all know how I am with this whole lawsuit shit. Like I don't understand it, bro. Like I should have been a goddamn lawyer, because it's like I be thrown off. Like it's like you settle for $50 million, but like, are you innocent or guilty? Like, you know what I mean? Because why else would ESPN fire him if? But but that's why I don't speak on certain shit, because I don't be knowing. I be low key confused about certain shit.
It's by that point your name's already unfortunately tarnished. Even if you are innocent, it's already tarnished to that point. Let me think about like what happened to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was found innocent, or not innocent. He won his case against his ex-wife Amber Heard, but his name was still tarnished for a while, and he got kicked out of a lot of projects he was working on because of it. So kind of depends on the situation.
Man, hey, bro, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. And I'm going to say this. Like how Cat Williams was like, you know, Shannon Sharp, you know, you fuck with them young white women, they going to get you caught up. Hey, man, you can get caught up by a woman of any race, goddamn me. Yeah, if the opportunity presents itself, that's why you got to be mindful on what you're doing. And like I've said before, athletes, I don't get it, Mark. Like they be the dumbest dudes in the world when it comes to women, bro. Like they're
also not the smartest with their money too. I mean, financially, they go brokest the quickest.
What is it? I think NFL players go broke the quickest. I think it's like 2 years they broke after leaving.
Right.
But now imagine that, Mark. Imagine. That's what I'm saying. I thank God I'm God held me back from the riches. Imagine, I would much rather be broke for a long time than get money and lose it all, bro. Could you imagine being rich and then you got to go work at, a regular job? Oh, no. Because you know people are weird. People going to walk up to you and be like, hey, so how's it going? You know, you liking it here? Like, me, I wouldn't say nothing about it. But this individual's probably like Mark, you know, because Mark's an asshole. Mark could say something like, so, long fall from grace, huh? Like, that's the type of shit Mark could do, you know what I mean? So, when I go through my financial woes and shit, I for sure won't tell Mark, you know what I mean? For sure, you know what I mean?
I'll come up to you and be like, it was a white woman, huh?
Now, Mark, now you know me, man. You know my position in life, bro. I've had to get back in the good graces of my black women, brother. Because in the black community, I know how it is in other communities, but I'm going to let y'all in on how it is in the black community, okay? When you step outside the race in the black community, coming back, Mark, is tough. Because everybody remembers, oh, didn't you mess with the white girl? Bitch, let me tell you, excuse me. See, I got Cindy in the room. Let me tell you something. I've said this before on I-70 podcast. Love who you love, bro. All that fake ass shit about it's not love if you not dating within your race, man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Love who you love. My father has always said this to me when I was going through what I was going through, when I was in an interracial relationship dealing with the pressures of the white community and the black community. I was getting it from both sides. My father used to always say this to me, son, when you lay down at night, the person you are happiest with, let me say this shit better. When you lay down at night, if you happy, that's what matters. It don't matter about what the outside world think about you and yours. When y'all lay down at night, if y'all are happy with each other and truly enjoy being together, waking up together, that's who you go for. Fuck the outside pressures, bro, because too many times, especially in this society with social media, a lot of us make our decisions off of what social media will think, what our family would think, what our friends would think, and what the world would think as a whole. And you end up unhappy. You know how many people out here who are married to people they really don't want to be married with? They're married to that person because their parents, arranged it. Or, hey, you should date this person. Or that person got money or status. There's a lot of people out here unhappy, which is why the divorce rate is so fucking high. What's the divorce rate now? What is it like?
It's still like
50%?
51%. It's half of every marriage is divorce.
And I believe that's why. A lot of people, we are subscribing to certain dogmas. You got individuals who just go with the rat race when it comes to relationships. And this is what I mean. You have people who go to college, Mark, meet their significant other in college, get married, and have kids because it's just a routine of what they think they're supposed to be doing. You feel what I'm saying? And later down the line, 10 years later, 15 years later, they don't even want to be with each other no more because it's like, well, and I'm being real. Being 30 without kids, man, like I get to hear, I'm privy to these conversations from men and women who, there's women out here who have kids with a man, and they've said to me, I'm only with them because, of the kids, because I don't want my kids growing up in a broken home, and vice versa. I know men who are with their woman because they don't want their kids growing up in a broken home, but they're not happy. They don't want to be there. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like truly be happy with who you want to be with, man, because that's what matters, bro. Because I'm afraid to get married and I'm afraid to get in another relationship, y'all, because I feel like the love that I'm about and the love that I give isn't out here in the world anymore. Love is very transactional. Love is very what you could do for me. I want that love of that crackhead on the corner. Look, stay with me, Mark. Stay with me, Cindy. You can go down the street in an impoverished neighborhood or whatever. You'll see a crackhead on the corner holding a sign for some money. But now just look to your right, Mark. It's usually a woman over there with him. She in the shade while he, panhandle for some money. That's the love I want, Mark. Yes, I said it. I said in the podcast, John need that crackhead love. I need that love. Baby, I ain't got shit. And you still want to be with me. That's the love I want. Oh, yeah. We going to sleep together under a bridge. If everything fell apart today, we got each other. That's the love I want, Mark. I ain't with all this superficial transaction, pay my bills ass love. No, I want that love of we truly in love. We don't want nobody but each other. If the world ended today, long as I got you, that's where I want to be. That's the fucking love I want, Mark. You goddamn right.
You're right about social media, though, because who's that rapper and his girl who'd been together for years on end? Finally got married. And
Jim Jones?
Is that who it was?
Jim Jones,
and then she divorced him 30 days later and asking for $120 million.
I don't think that was Jim Jones, but see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Mark. See? Or even look at Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard got married, bro. And I think
Dwight Howard got married? When did he get married?
Some months ago.
I haven't heard shit from Dwight Howard in 10 years.
No, he got married, but I think a minute amount of time later, she divorced him and was trying to get half. See what I mean? Now, granted, those are rich people problems. And I think every rich man who isn't aware of that is dumb as hell. If you are rich and you don't make that woman sign a prenup, what the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because it's no matter what she say, no matter, at the end of the day, bro, she's with you because you got a bag, bro. That was one of the reasons why she's attracted to you. Don't be no damn fool. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't personally get her. She with you because you got a bag. Why wouldn't you protect your money, bro? Put your shit in your mama name.
I'd do that same shit. That'd be entirely my plan. Is someone else would have it in their name? Yeah.
That's why I'm like I said before. I thank God. God, preserved the whole riches and fame until later on. Because I'm definitely putting shit in my mama name. And you know how many women in my family? Let me not give away my plan. See, I'm stepping out of line. See, I'm giving women the whole playbook. But fuck all that. Ain't nothing gonna be in my name. I love how that soccer player did it. I don't know what soccer player it was. I wish I knew your name, player, because what you did was the ultimate pimp move, okay? His wife tried to divorce him. Well, ex-wife divorced him, but all his shit was in his mama name, so she couldn't get nada.
She actually had to pay him alimony.
Did she? See, now if that ain't a pimp, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the players getting money out these women. You know what I'm saying? Halle Berry, ex-husband, he get child support from him.
Yeah.
He get child support from him. Hey, man, shout out to him. Now, that's not me to get messy because I just got to talking about Mark. I blame your ass, bro. I just got to talk about love and matrimony and the type of love I like. And here you go talking about alimony and child support for men.
Sorry, you're right. Let me get back to what. Back to what the conversation was.
Go ahead.
So I think I spent about maybe 30 minutes in the bathroom.
Joey Gas. Hey, 30 minutes is a long time, bro.
You ever sat there and just be like, get on your phone and you just kind of forget about the world?
Oh, for sure. No, for sure.
And then I'm sorry you're in the room, Cindy, but then you sit there and be like, yeah, I'll probably jerk it. Yeah.
Hey, bro, you sick ass motherfucker. This nigga Mark is nasty. Listen, he does not speak for me in that moment. That don't even go together, Mark. Goddamn, because you're filthy. Goddamn, Yeah, you're filthy, fellas. Don't do what Mark said, goddamn, because you already filthy.
They ain't gonna admit it, but most of them doing it.
No, that's real. No, that's one thing about us men. We'll lie about the nasty shit we do when we buy.
You sit there. It's more of a boredom thing. You're like, I'm already here, and I might as well.
Man, I'm telling. Like for me, now, granted, y'all know John smokes. So like for me, my bathroom sessions, I be smoking. So like a lot of my time is spent just, chilling out. I'm smoking, I'm sitting on the toilet, having me a good tobacco helps your bowels move, Mark. I don't know if you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you were talking about weed.
That's what I said.
You said tobacco. Well, I'm sorry. You said tobacco and moves your bowels.
Tobacco blunts.
Well, that's what I think you were talking about.
Yeah, I wrap my weed. As y'all can tell, Marky Mark does. He doesn't do alcohol. He doesn't do marijuana. Let's give him a round of applause. Weird ass.
I do sometimes. I was about to bring up.
Hell, you don't when your ass said and called me a goddamn addict. Yeah, Marky Mark, if y'all go back for a few episodes, Marky Mark called me a weed addict is what he called me.
A weed addict.
That's what he called me. He said I was a drug addict.
I said weed is absolutely addictive. It is addictive.
It is.
It is addictive.
But like,
I didn't say you were an addict.
Is it addictive though? Like, look, hear me out though. And I'm glad I got Sydney in the room because Sydney is, she goes to the gym. Everybody has their thing. You know what I'm saying? What they're addicted to. You know what I mean? Weed is one of my things, Marky Mark. Like, it's what I do. It's what I like to do. Let me talk about the benefits for John when it comes to marijuana. John's marijuana benefits. It helps me with my anger issues, Mark. Okay, everybody knows I'm a very nice guy. I have a different side of me. Okay, there are a lot of times during the day where I want to strangle motherfuckers. I smoke me a blunt. I forget all about that shit. Stress level, Mark. Okay, brings my stress level and anxiety down. You know what I'm saying? When I'm smoking my weed. It aids with sleep. Just a bunch of things. It help with appetite. All kind of shit. They subscribe what I do to cancer patients, Mark. Now, I don't know what else, you can do, or say about, my drug of choice when they subscribe it to people who going through the most traumatic time of their life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what about that, Mark? What about what I do? They subscribe to cancer patients.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Marijuana is subscribed to cancer patients. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no, that doesn't mean you can't. And I'm saying it's addictive. It's regardless of what it does to it's a mental state adjustment. It changes your perceptive.
For sure. But in a good way. Huh? In a good way, though.
I didn't say it was a bad addiction.
Okay.
I'm just saying it is addictive. TV is addictive. It doesn't really change you physically one way or the other.
Yeah.
But it can still be an addiction. Mm-hmm. Addiction is, for sake, good or bad. Addiction always has a negative connotation with it, but the fact is that it's still an addiction. If it changes a mental state because you just feel better in that degree, like you have to do it every single day,
that's an addiction. I have to do it, Mark. I want to do it every day.
Want to, have to. You're gonna tell yourself I want to, but otherwise, if you don't do it, you're gonna be in a bad mood.
Not true. Okay, I'm glad you went there, Mark. At the same time, I'm not that person where I'm like, if I don't smoke, I'm just a totally different person. Damn, what's wrong with John? I'm not that dude. Really, I like to smoke in my free time, bro. Like when I'm chilling, manifesting, and I'm just, I'm coming up with ideas for the podcast. I'm coming up with guests and all that. That's when I like to get high. I'm not the person, y'all, who smokes before I go to work. I never smoke before I go to work. It's kind of for me always been like a unwind where I unwind from the day because my mind moves 100 miles an hour. And for me, weed slows me down. It helps me think. It helps me process shit. Not saying I couldn't do it by myself, but hell, I like to do shit high. What the fuck? Hey, Mark, I'm not a bad person, okay?
I didn't say you're a bad person. The fact right there, you said to yourself, it helps you unwind. It's a relaxer. What drug isn't a relaxer?
Yeah. But no different than like, okay, the gym for me. Like I always work out before I come to the podcast, whether it be push-ups or I actually go hit the gym. It's like a mental clarity thing.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everything is based around the endorphins.
Okay.
Some people go around to the gym because it releases that endorphin. Like you just get a physical high. You feel really good. You hit a great set.
Yeah.
You feel like the best you ever feel.
That's real.
That's some people's addiction.
That's it. Now, granted, if we could say things that are good addictions, that's a great addiction to have.
Well, it could turn into bad. Where
you saying steroid use? Is that what you're getting at?
I was getting at. Eventually, you're going to plateau, and you're going to get down on yourself, and you're going to hate how you're feeling.
That's a good point.
And then, you know what? I need to get stronger and start doing steroids.
And I'm glad Mark said that. A lot of our favorite influencers, y'all, I remember when I figured out that a lot of our favorite influencers are doing something, right? Because I remember when I first got into the whole fitness thing and following influencers and stuff, what's my guy name? Simeon Panda.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Or is it Panda Simeon? Am I saying it wrong?
Something Panda.
My bad. Y'all know I hate fucking up people's names, but I remember I saw his physique and I'm like, damn, I want to look like that. But then, it come out that, bro doing whatever. And it's like you said, I mean, you hit a plateau and you want to look better. But listen, let me say this. If you gonna do it, do the shit. But get your blood work done. That's how I feel. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I truly feel that way, Mark. Steroids isn't what we grew up thinking it was. When we grew up, it had nothing but negative connotations. You know what I mean? Anger issues and death and all that. And those things still happen and those are side effects. But I'm a firm believer, do what you do, but be safe. That's all. You know what I mean? As men, if you're going to take testosterone, you know what I mean? Ladies, like, who take it? Like, I don't know if it's that big. See, just not for me. Is it a big deal in the women influencer space too? Steroids and growth hormones and shit like that? Or is it more prevalent? Yeah. So, like, I just want everybody to be safe doing it because it is tragic when people pass away, you know what I mean, from steroid use and all that. Mainly the men, it's very rare. I rarely hear about it with women, bodybuilders and influencers. It's usually the men because, I mean, motherfuckers go too goddamn far, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't don't take all the damn steroids, goddamn. Like, I got one homeboy, Mark, he take them. That boy head big as hell now. Oh, man, his shit is swole up. Like, and I tell him, like, hey, baby, you might want to relax a little bit. What you talking about, John? Slow down, baby. Your damn head the size of a helmet now. Like, just relax a little bit. He got that Barry Bonds head, Mark. Shout out to my dog. I would never reveal that you on that shit, boy. But you juicer. You know what I mean? For sure, man. And then look, and another thing, Mark, a lot of people are proud of it now. A lot of people be, hey, man, yeah, I'm on it. And that's the way to be. Don't lie. Because I don't like when trainers are on steroids telling people, yeah, you can look like me with hard work and a good diet. Bullshit. I can eat all the chicken, rice, and salmon I want. I ain't gonna never look like that. But look, Mark, I may do something. You know what I mean? The Rock did it. Sorry, Rock. I know you say you don't do nothing, but come on, brother. I've been a fan of yours my whole life, brother. You was never that swole in the WWE, bro. Like, never. That motherfucker popped up on He popped up on Fast and the Furious, and I was like, God damn. I was like, what the fuck Rock did it to? Hey, but I love you, Rock. You know what I mean? That's my favorite. Mark, who your favorite wrestler, bro? All time. Yeah,
All time? That's tough, man. I think it's unfair to say. Well, I can't say anybody iconic. It's not fair. I really haven't.
Okay, all right. No, so I said your favorite. I ain't asked for who the best or who the most.
No, I know, but I'm saying I don't think it's fair to say anybody from like the 90s and 80s.
Why not?
Well, because I didn't really watch him.
Okay, true.
That's my only thing. Like, it wasn't until like the past couple years I've really been watching.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret about the black community. Us as black children, bro, we love Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, bro. Oh man, they are kind of really. I ain't gonna say the most iconic wrestlers in the hood, bro, but like they truly are. Like, to little black boys, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy was everything, bro. Like the Hardy boys, like they had us doing this, jumping off shit upstairs, goddamn. That was my shit. I never got with the see-through, like, they got they damn near got lace,
the mesh
shirts, the mesh, whatever, you can see through the shit.
Yeah.
I never got into that part. But Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy was the shit. But if I could say my favorites, it was The Rock is my favorite all time. Stone Cold Steve, and I know my shit is generic. Most people would say this too, but it's The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. When I get tough. And then I would have to say Shawn Michaels, bro, was my guy, bro. Like, his intro, I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. That was my shit when he would come out. I got the looks. Like, that was my jam, bro. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy, man. That was my jam, bro. So, yeah, them my three, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the rest of the community. You know what I mean? I told y'all the story about how I broke my heart that night I found out the shit was fake, Mark. Oh, man, it tore me up inside, man. My sisters loved it. You know how our sisters be, Mark. They can't wait till your bubble popped and some shit really fake that you really believe in. Oh, my sister was happy as hell when I figured out that shit was fake. Fucked me up, bro.
When they tell you Santa Claus wasn't real.
See, okay, now, I'm glad you said that, Mark. I'm the baby of the family. So my
last one, yeah.
You feel me? So my childhood was ruined as a kid, bro. Like, I knew everything was fake by the time I was like 4 or 5, bro. They like,
no Tooth Fairy, no Easter Bunny.
No, none of that shit. I knew all that shit was fake. And then I come from the projects too, so it wasn't shit coming on Christmas. No goddamn way. They
hit you with that. You was bad this year.
Yeah, hey, Mark. Hey, in the projects, the parents can't wait to put your ass on the naughty list so they ain't got to get you shit. No, for sure, bro. Like, growing up in the hood, bro, Christmases was tough. I always say my favorite Christmas, Brody, was when my mama got that good job, bro, down at the VA, bro. Like, everything changed. Because, like, my mama, worked regular jobs. Like, a lot of our parents, y'all, had us young. And they had regular jobs when we was growing up. You know what I mean? My mama worked at Target when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Now, in the 90s, that was a good-ass job. But when my mama bossed up and got that good job at the VA, it was like night and day, bro. Like, I got the Mongoose bike, Mark. Now, everybody from the hood know about that Mongoose.
Mongooses?
Hey, bro, you get that Mongoose. Hey, mom, I'm good for like 3 years. You ain't got about me shit.
You can spin that whole wheel around.
Hey, bro, listen. A green. It was an all green mongoose. No, I'm sorry, green and black mongoose. Mark, I had the 4 pegs, bro. I was really too little for the bike, bro. Like, if I'm keeping it real. So my brother, who's 6'9", everybody know that, he really should have got that bike. But my mama got both of us bikes, but he got the BMX joint. Remember when the BMX bike became the shit and they ain't had a long mongoose no more. They had the short, compact little BMX joint that you could kick, spin, jump up on shit, hit wheelies on. My little ass, I'm on the mongoose like this, bro, because that motherfucker was massive, bro.
It's like when you stop, you got to kick one leg down, but you're leaning like at a 45 degree.
For sure. I had to
you had to kick
go
off.
And go.
Yeah. You had to run alongside it and then jump on it. Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth, bro. You had to ride that bitch and hop up on that motherfucker. Yep. I was so little, bro. I was so small, y'all. Let me tell you how short I was for the mongoose. Bro, I couldn't even sit down and ride it normal. I was so short, bro, because everybody will see me now in person because I look short as hell on the podcast. Both of us be thinking I'm 5'3". If you see me now, I'm a standard size, 5'11", 6 foot on a good day. But I used to be really short with a big ass head. So like, just imagine my little ass rolling down the street on a mongoose too big. But man, wasn't nothing like them days, man. I feel for the kids, man. I feel for the babies, bro, because that childhood we got to experience is no longer. You know what I mean? Like, it was so much fun, bro, like to leave the crib and be gone. Did we have shitty parents, Mark? Because they really didn't know where we was or what we was doing when we was growing up. They just, let us be, and you just had to be back when the streetlights came on. You know what I mean? And parents ain't doing that shit no more.
I mean, we stayed within a pretty tight circumference. We didn't go like out far.
Oh, shit, boy. Me? See, that's what I be saying, though. Mark was born in 98. He's not a real 90s baby. See what he just said? See, look, that was a dead giveaway right there. He said he stayed in the close circumference. I was born in 94, man. I'm from the north side. We would ride our fucking bikes all the way to the west side, goddamn. We gone all day. You know what I mean? But more by the time.
St. Louis was an adventure in itself, man.
That's a good point. KC is too. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell you KC native something. You motherfuckers going to stop acting like y'all motherfuckers ain't, basically the same as us. We just got different lingo, different accents and all that type of shit. But we all the same, goddamn it. Y'all, Mark be trying to act like he ain't grow up in the hood, bro. You know what I mean? It was some shit popping down in Argentina.
In the beginning, but then we moved out.
I mean, fair enough. Okay, I'm glad you. Oh, okay. I see you, Mark. You forgot about your upbringing. You forgot about your roots. What age was you, bro, when y'all moved out to the suburbs?
4.
Oh, so basically your whole life then. Mm-hmm. So the only time you went back to the hood just to see the family and all that type of shit.
Pretty much.
That's cool, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mark, how we doing, bro? We reached the hour mark yet?
Yeah, we're at 118, dog.
Shit, listen, I'm going to tell y'all, this is how you know I just enjoy podcasting, enjoy talking to my dog, Marky Mark. I had no intentions on going that long. Hey, Mark, I'm telling you, baby, I know your ass cheeks hurt. I was going to do a quick little 45, 50 and then just cross over to an hour. I didn't know it was 118, but listen, I done had my peoples in the building today. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful Cindy done blessed us, you feel what I'm saying, with her presence, made shit right, made sure that I was looking good. Yeah, I'm trying to be a sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? And Cindy gonna help me get there. Because Marky Mark is trash. He don't give a fuck about shit about making me look bad. Eastside just want to hurry up and get the set up. Come on, John, it's cool, bro. I got Big Cindy in the building. You know what I mean? She gonna make sure shit pop off on this motherfucker. We gonna blow up. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Another solo episode, y'all. I had fun. I ain't had a chance to do this in a minute. I'm going to lick it up. I'm going to take me another shot. I heard there's some tacos getting made down at Power and Light. Cindy, your ass or no? Is it the festival down there or no? Yes. Now, is it inside of Power and Light or is it outside? It's inside. I may have to go get my other shoes if I'm being. Anyway, I'm finna leave here, y'all. Get a little more liquored up. Goddamn, go get me some tacos. Take my black ass in the house, man. I got work on Monday. It's been another amazing episode, 115, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure you subscribe to all the platforms on NSPN. Tap in. Maybe we got the network coming. We got a whole lot of shit popping off. Make sure you tap in. It's been another amazing episode. Jonathan Little, a.k.a. John, and I'm out.